Right, so I want to talk about how taking a break from your diet can actually improve your results. Now, I'm not going to get into the nuances of a diet break because I've done videos on that before, and if I talk about it too much tonight, I'll be here all night. So I've done 2 or 3 videos on that before about the benefits and how to set them up. So search for those if you want to know about that. If you can't find them or you're struggling to find them, just let me know and I'll point you in the right direction. But basically, a diet break is like 1 to 4 weeks break from dieting. It has physiological and psychological benefits. Physiological, it can help to reset some of the metabolic adaptations that occur when you diet, which makes it harder to lose weight. It can help you to drop water weight, which, ironically, taking a break from a diet can help you to bust a plateau. Because basically, it can help you to drop the water weight that's masking the weight loss. Psychologically, it's, basically just helps to reduce diet fatigue. So, dieting is a stress, both physically and psychologically, so it just helps us to de-stress from that, okay? But again, if you want to get into the sort of nuances of how it can benefit you and how to set them up, just search my previous videos. If you're struggling to find them, let me know and I'll point you in the right direction. What I want to talk about tonight is how they can help with adherence. Because like I said before, I mentioned just, we can get diet fatigue. And studies have shown that a lot of the time when people hit a plateau, it isn't really down to the sort of like the physiological adaptations that happen when we diet. Obviously they do play a part, but a lot of the time it just comes down to a decrease in adherence. Because we know, dieting is tough. It's not easy physically and mentally. And, the longer we do it, the harder it gets. And, obviously the more that you go on, maybe your results start to slow a little bit, so your motivation wavers a little bit, so food starts to creep back in, your activity, your workout start to decrease a little bit, and then, the weight slowly starts going back up, we lose motivation, we quit, etc., etc., etc. So this is where diet breaks can be amazing, because they give you that sort of physical and mental break, so that you can almost like just recharge to go again. Now, the biggest issue I think with diet breaks, other than setting them up wrong, is getting people to take them. Because I think a lot of people are stuck in the mindset, they look at it short term, they're like, if I'm not dieting, I'm not getting results. And again, the problem with that is just focus on the short term. Whereas if we look at it at the long term, if a break every now and again helps you to be more consistent for a longer period of time, you can almost diet for less total time and get better results because the time that you are actually dieting is higher quality and more consistent. And I think also a hugely overlooked aspect of this is it helps to give you practice in weight maintenance, which is so priceless. Because, diet breaks are controlled. It's not, you will get to eat more food in general. You probably get to include more of the foods that you may have been restricting a bit. But it's not a phase of totally going mental and, making up for everything that happened over the last X amount of time. And again, look at my previous videos on how to set these up so that, you get the results, okay? But we know that, most people don't really have a problem losing weight. People do that and they tend to do it quite well and do it quite often. The issue that most people will have is keeping that weight off. And, diet breaks almost like show you what it's like to maintain your weight. They show you what it's like to eat more food, enjoy your life more, have more of the foods you enjoy, go out a little bit more and maintain your weight. And that experience is priceless. Because, the dieting phase in itself is very short, whereas the maintenance phase is, it's the rest of your life. You need to keep that off for the rest of your life. So having and I think that's where most people get tripped up. They lose the weight, but they have no plan on how to maintain the weight. They just get there, they lose all the weight, and they're like, holy crap, I've lost all the weight. What do I do now? They have no plan, they have no experience in this. And this is where diet breaks, again, can help. They give you an idea of what it's like to maintain your weight. And I think from the adherence aspect, this can be summed up quite nicely in the fact that if you came to me and I said, right, we worked out a plan together and I said, right, for the next 16 weeks, we're going to go hard. I want you to be consistent, we're going to get some great results. And for the next 16 weeks, we're going to go hard. I want 110% from you. That seems like a long time to a lot of people. 16 weeks is a pretty long time. However, let's look at this aspect from the aspect of taking diet breaks. And it almost like just helps you to break it up. Because what we could say is, right, give me 6 to 8 weeks, 110%. I want you to go as hard as you can for 6 to 8 weeks. And then we're going to take a little break. We're going to do a week or two. You can eat a bit more food. You're going to have a few more of the little treats that you enjoy. You know, maybe if you've been doing things like calorie counting, we're going to, you know, just knock that on the head a little bit. And you're just going to chill out a bit more as well. And I think, you know, obviously this gives you that physiological and psychological break to recharge and go again. But I think it just breaks it down a bit better, because if, like I say, if I say to you 16 weeks, give me 110%, you're like, whoa, that's a long time. But 6 weeks, you could probably do that. You could probably say, yeah, you know what, for 6 weeks, I can do that. So I think it, from the adherence aspect, breaking it down a bit just gives you an incentive to stick to it. So I hope you got some value from that, guys. If you did, please feel free to like, comment and share, because I do always appreciate it. Have a fantastic evening, and I shall see you on the next video.